Won't you take me by the hand? Won't you let me know what's up in your head? And I know, oh, it might not be the right time for you and me, and that's okay, as long as you're happy. Yeah, that's okay, as long as you're happy. Won't you let me know what's real? Won't you tell me just for once how you feel? And I know, oh, it might not be the right time for you and me, and that's okay, as long as you're happy. Yeah, that's okay, as long as you're happy. Won't you take me by the hand? Won't you let me know what's up in your head? And I know, oh, it might not be the right time for you and me, and that's okay, as long as you're happy. Yeah, that's okay, if you wanna be without me.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to all our friends in New York, New Jersey, Boston, mi gente. How are you? And the Bronx. You know what today is?
Today is New York Live. What is today, Freddie?
Today
is your birthday.
It's Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to all of you. We got some surprises for you. Now, should I tell the truth?
You're celebrating Labor Day today?
Yeah.
Let's just pay homage to what it is, yes.
Because she's standing there
we
making me
got a lot
nervous.
of things we have to talk about, but it's a good day. You have to celebrate sales. Labor Day sales are coming out. Amazon Prime Day is coming out early. Also, 25 years ago that
You cover up real well.
Princess Diana
I
passed
clean up real
away.
well around you.
I know, which is really sad. I bet you remember exactly where you were
I
when you
saw
got
it this
the news.
morning. I don't remember where I was. Wasn't it night when we got the news? Didn't
I
she
remember
die
it being
at night?
nighttime.
Nighttime. Huh?
Was I born yet?
25 years ago?
How
I don't
old
know.
are you?
How old are
you
you?
weren't even alive.
Wow.
You weren't even
You were a baby. You were born in June. So you were 2 months old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so she was birthed.
She was birthed. She was hatched.
Yes, I saw. Do you know that her and whoever the madman was that she was married
Prince
to?
Charles?
Yeah, him. They were going to get divorced. Eventually, they were going to get divorced. So they brought this guy in who apparently knows her better than her mother.
Her
That's
brother.
how this. No, some guy. No, it was an author or something. And he said that if she had lived, she would have been married doing something else,
She had a
away
different
from the
lifestyle.
family.
Yeah.
Because apparently those suckers over there, they're just too much to live with.
Would have been a different lifestyle. She would have been 60 years old.
61.
Princess that changed everything.
61.
Wow.
You know how I know that?
Her fashion statement, everything, right? How?
She took out mines, and she did something else. Mines, and there was something else that she was involved with.
Everything. She was definitely the princess to the people.
People's princess.
The people's princess. She should have ran for president, because God knows we could use a few
I know.
those guys.
I got a
over
few
here.
conspiracy theories on that, but I'm not going to say it. But we must honor.
So today's her
and remember
birthday?
that. No, it's passing. 25
What's
years
today's the
of her
passing? We
passing.
celebrate passings, like the.
Well, we don't celebrate it, but we honor their memory. Don't you do that?
On Labor Day, we celebrate. I pass it.
You know, it's funny the word Labor Day. Every time you say Labor Day, I think of being in labor with my children.
And I was just corrected 100 times.
And clearly that's not what it is, but that is the first thing that word brings to mind.
I thought it was Memorial Day, and she's screaming at me.
23.
It's not Memorial
That's because you've never been in labor.
Yes,
I can't
I have.
say that. You probably have.
Oh my God, I was married for 17 years to the same woman. Every day was labor. Laborish.
I know, I got to tell you, definitely.
Wasn't easy.
And the crazy thing is, we go and we do it again.
So when you give birth, do you ever consider how the man feels? Or
I did.
Are you just so consumed with the pain?
I did. I tried to be considerate.
So you try not to have pain?
Oh no, I had a lot
Because
of
we would
pain.
appreciate it if you don't have any pain.
I had a lot of pain.
And scream like
And I tried to
craziness.
be considerate and not be like the movies and TV shows where the woman went totally crazy and screamed at everyone and didn't remember anything.
So you were a nice, pregnant, crazy
No.
woman?
No, but apparently after the fact, I said, why didn't any of these people come visit me? And he said, they did. They were all here, and you yelled at all of them. 23 hours of labor and then a C-section. So I do not remember much of any of that.
So you yell at people all the time. So I'm in good company.
Apparently I'm intimidating. I don't know.
You and the other one. You and the other one. Intimidation.
Here's my new thing. Don't let my white tulle skirt and pink top fool you.
I don't know what that whole thing is. But I'm excited because we have a guest in studio. One of the few people
That
that I have met, they say, how would you like to come and do a segment with? And she says, I would love to.
Because most people think you're creepy when you do that.
Was I sounding creepy at all? No.
Say hello to WGHT, New York and New Jersey. Give us a call if you have any questions or just to say hello. 888-994-4995, Studio A. It is a beautiful, hot summer day right here in Boca Raton.
Happy Labor Day.
The whole crew is in mint green, and we'll be posting some of those pictures. I hope they've taken some pictures. I don't understand why
They
they're all in mint green,
are
but they
in
are.
some kind of zone. Look at the stream.
Dodgers versus Mets. Dodgers 4, Mets 3. That
Wow.
was yesterday. Wow.
Wow. I can't believe you did that, Mr. Philadelphia.
How do you like that? I guess that's how the game
It was
rolled
a
out.
it was a good game, but the Mets brought in a pitcher that they shouldn't have, and that's how they lost. But
Did
I
they
don't want
play
to talk
that
about
bullfighting music?
that. No, because the guy didn't come in to save the game. You know what? Let's move on.
Ah, funny you don't want to talk about it.
I don't. Just like he got upset Monday when he did his show, he was. "Argh." This next time he does his show, I'm going to be sitting courtside.
Bird Talk Radio.
That's right, because
Mondays.
football starts the weekend that he does his next show.
Does it?
And Eagles are going to lose.
The Eagles have landed. Anyway, so you reached out to Darlene. We've got Darlene Diak joining us of Domani Motorcars, which is amazing to have a woman-owned
Hold up your
exotic
microphone.
car business.
Oh, there you go.
But there's so much more to her story, so I'm excited
Well,
to
she's
get
the
into
only
that.
woman owner of cars, correct?
I'm the only woman owner exotic car dealership in South Florida.
Which is, now I got to tell you a story. We have Lost Harbor, which is a vodka, gin, rum maker, somewhere around here. She's the only female
Owned distillery in
owned
Florida.
yeah, and she makes the stuff. She's a chemist.
I love it.
And that's 2 for 2. And then we have an incident going on in November.
An incident?
An
event?
An event. An incident, an event. You know, I'm from the Bronx. For everything's an incident.
Yes.
Only women. Over 300 women with businesses and everything else. We're going to try to hook you up with Sis so she could be part of
Well,
that.
my business is a male-dominant business. And a lot of our customers, too, when they come in, they're assuming that a man owns the business.
I have to get into this whole story of, you've had a whole lot to talk about. We do a lot of women empowerment. We're going to get into that side of the story. But how did you get involved in the car business as a woman, as a female?
I started off doing auto repair, and believe it or not, my first car that I sold was a Chrysler LeBaron. Lady came to me when I was doing auto repair, and her top wasn't working. So it just happened to be a little, I looked into it, it happened to be a little fuse. So I ended up buying her car for $500 and selling it for $5,000.
All right, how did you end up in, we got to go backwards then, a girl in South Florida in auto repair?
I started off in auto repair from a gentleman that I met here in South Florida, married, had 4 kids with. and we did auto repair together.
Wow, that's true love.
We ended up in divorce.
4 kids later, though.
4 kids,
It was on the
27
plus
years
side.
later, ended in
There's
divorce.
nothing more romantic than 2 grease monkeys. What kind of auto repair did you do? Everything?
We did everything. Yeah, we worked on foreign cars. We did everything. ACs, oil changes. I just, when I sold that Chrysler LeBaron, I realized that there was more money in selling cars than doing someone's oil change. So I went and I learned about selling cars. I went and got my dealer's license. I was the only woman getting a dealer's license in the class. It was all men. So
How long ago did you start the dealership?
I've been selling cars since 2001. I've been in the same location,
Since 2001. She's right by the radio station.
She's right near us.
right
I
on
know.
10th and Dixie in Deerfield.
Now, why that type of car dealership? You could have gone to any of your big box dealerships, the big names that everybody knows. Oh my gosh, look at that red car.
Because everybody loves a foreign car, a Mercedes, a BMW, a Range Rover. They like to, when they go to dinner, they like to look good. So, there's more, I think that people really like to drive the foreign cars compared to your normal everyday car.
What are some of these cars that we're looking at? The first screen had I so don't know cars, but they are beautiful to look at and to sit in.
But these are vintage cars, correct? These are.
I sell Range Rovers, I sell Porsches, I sell
Okay.
Mercedes, I sell BMWs, and now I'm selling just about anything
Are they new cars?
used.
They're all used cars. Okay.
But very low miles, a year old, still under warranty, factory warranty. And if it's still not under factory warranty, then we offer an extended warranty.
Which
And
is important.
It's so important. People, they sell their cars, they come to you, or you go out actively buying them from auctions or any which way.
I try to stick with buying from my previous customers, trade-ins. I do some auctions, but I like to stick with, referrals. I work on, that's my main thing is working with people that I've sold cars to.
Isn't auctions like a tricky deal because you really don't know what those cars are gonna?
It's
do?
very tricky.
But do you repair them when you get them if there are things?
Yeah,
in-
absolutely. The minute I get a vehicle, we go through it from top to bottom to make sure it's mechanically perfect. I won't sell a car unless it's perfect because that's how I work with. That's why I've been in business so long, because I don't sell a car unless it's perfect.
And you're not going to buy a car unless you know you can make it perfect.
Absolutely.
So the secret is in the buy. Now, if I come to you and I say, I'd like to have this X car, and you don't have it, would you go out and find it for me?
Absolutely. A lot of times I don't have the car you're looking for, and I will actively search for the best deal for you. Because a lot of people don't know what they're, especially, girls. It's hard being a girl going to buy a vehicle.
What is this red car? This car is amazing.
Oh, you like that car, huh?
Of course I do.
That's a classic.
Of course.
That's why I was saying classic.
Yes,
What
we do.
is
So
that?
we do some classic cars, but most of the cars that we sell are your Range Rover, Mercedes. We're getting into. We just sold a Taycan. I mean, we're getting into a lot of these electric cars now because of the gas prices.
Yes. Now, also, you sell electric cars. You sell electric to gas. What do they call that?
Hybrid.
Hybrids?
Yeah, hybrid.
You do that too?
Yes, we do that too.
Now, I really like the fact that if I want to find a car, one of the things that happen is that we lease cars, and the lease is up, and there were no cars to be had anywhere. So they told you to buy the car. So I purposely kept my miles down. I mean, way down. 4 years, my car didn't even have 35,000 miles on it. She kept hers even lower. So they said to us to buy the car because there were no cars and the lease is up. So unless you're going to take a bicycle home, they're taking the car back. and they make a great deal. So now let's go to phase 2. So my car has maybe 38,000 miles on it with 4 years, and it runs like a charm. Is it better for me to come and see somebody like you and say, listen, this is what I got. What can I get? What can I do? What can I get into? Because you already know the Mercedes already called me 4 times. They want to put, I guess a boat landed. And they want to put me in something that's like twice what I'm paying now, which is not what I'm looking for because of the economy.
Of course they do. That's what big dealerships do. That's what makes me different. I'm more of an independent. We look at our clients as family. We're looking out for your best interests. So it's definitely better for you to come to me. Let me buy you the lease out. Let me put you in a car. You'll have tax credit. Let me put you in a car that makes sense, where you're not going to get knocked over the head.
So you'll buy a lease out as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
You see, this is the aspect that's been missing for about 2 years. You don't get
Yes.
these different type of dealerships that come along anymore. It's usually go back to the big box, like you and Chuck went down to whatever, and he promised you the moon. He gave you a great car. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not happy with the car that I have because I like to turn over my car because I don't want to have to go to the garage. I don't want to go to get the car repaired. I cannot. I have a pet peeve. I hate that.
Well, that's where we're different too. We take care of our clients. Our customers will call us and say, hey, I'm having a problem with this. We'll pick up your car. We'll detail it for you. We'll take it to get it serviced for you. We do whatever we can. You call us at 2 in the morning, we're going to answer your phone call. We treat our customers like family. And this is what makes us separate from the box stores.
Customer service of it. And then you've got
Customer
all the
service
cars.
is everything.
And if she doesn't have the car, she goes to get the car. But she's going to fit you into a car that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
And she's in a great
Absolutely.
location. You're not in the Boca, Palm Beach location. You're right on the other side with all the high-end cars.
Right,
So
we're
you've
in
got
Deer-
the best of both worlds.
Right. We're very close to Boca. We're right in the middle.
You're right
of-
there.
Yes.
And going back to women buying cars, you know, and again, guys usually go and they try to negotiate a deal and blah, blah, blah. I found that 6 hours I had to negotiate on the average to get a deal that I wanted from a big box. And when Linda or Sarah went, they were walking out the place
I
because
tell you
they
that all
weren't
the
getting
time.
any attention. I understand that, but what I like is the aspect that I used to think that a woman went in and she would get a better deal. That's not true at all. They try to take advantage of people.
It's not true at all. And that's what's great about our service too. We'll negotiate for you. I've had a customer find a car at another dealership, and to help them out, I negotiated the deal with them for them.
Now, who does that?
Which is amazing. And I love the whole woman-owned business. What is it like to be a woman in the exotic car business in
It's-
a man's world?
It's very difficult. And as you hear my voice, I've just battled 4-stage cancer. 2 years ago, they gave me a year to live. I was 70 pounds, still running the business, still helping my clients, even sick in the hospital. I spent 180 days in the hospital.
Wow.
Now, how you feel today?
I'm cancer-free.
Congratulations.
It's all in your mind.
What type of cancer did you have?
I had ovarian cancer that metastasized through my entire body, took out my vocal cord.
How did you find it? Because I know that they call that the silent killer, which
It's
is
a
why
silent killer.
people don't find out till they're like stage 4.
It took 6 hospitals and 180 days for them to find it.
Seriously? To
Seriously.
find it?
Yes.
Why?
It's our medical system. It's broken.
That's a whole nother show.
All
Wow.
they wanted to do is medicate me and tell me it's the end and get my affairs in order.
I remember that speech. Remember that speech?
That's incredible, and that you're here, and you ran a business and did everything you have to do, and 4 children, and unbelievable.
And she's still going. So give us the address. Where is the lot located? The business?
It's in Deerfield Beach on 10th Street and Dixie Highway.
And the phone number.
It's 954-428-5636.
You can check out all their cars at Domani Motor Cars. I'm sure you were all over social media.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break.
And when we come back, she's going to tell us about some Labor Day deals.
Go for it. 888-994-4995, Studio A. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing, Luhu Advisors. Let us help you. Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Hi, I'm Dawn Clifford, owner and founder of Clifford Insurance Advisors. Established in November of 1999, we focus on mainly health, life, disability, Medicare, and long-term care insurance. Specifically for people aging into Medicare or the self-employed or even employee benefits for small business owners. We can be reached by phone number at 561-880-0391 or by email info@cliffordinsuranceadvisors.com. Visit our website at www.cliffordinsuranceadvisors.com and even visit Facebook, Clifford Insurance Advisors.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Welcome to Movies of Del Rey, a family-run movie theater that has been serving the Del Rey and Boca community for over 30 years. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Movies of Del Rey offers great admission prices, low concession prices, and quality customer service. Movies of Del Rey provides the quality of the big box theaters without the price tag. Movies of Del Rey provides new Hollywood content as well as new indie and independent movies. It truly is a hidden gem. Whether you're hosting a private event, party, or fundraiser, or are looking for your next date night activity, Movies of Del Rey is the perfect choice. Come on down to Movies of Delray, located at 7421 West Atlantic Ave in Delray Beach, or visit us online at moviesofdelray.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Ah, there it is.
He's making fun of me. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature. There it is.
Dodgers 4. Oh, Mets 3. Are they playing again tonight?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and we're back. That's okay. We're the Phillies. I'm sorry. 10 games behind us, so that's okay.
Welcome back. So we're going to talk about some Labor Day deals, right? Labor Day
Labor
car
Day deals.
deals.
Yes.
With Damani Motor Cars. We've got Darlene Diak joining us. Amazing. And I really just have to ask you about your story. When you were sick, you didn't know what was wrong with you?
No, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me.
What were some of the symptoms you had?
I became crippled. I was on a feeding tube. I couldn't brush my own teeth. I couldn't brush my hair. I lost so much weight. I went down, like I said, I went down to 70 pounds
Before
from
they diagnosed
140. It was scary.
And that was all before you were diagnosed. That wasn't
Yes,
even from
all
treatment.
before I was diagnosed. What happened was my body had gotten an autoimmune disease called dermatomyositis, which went in to protect my body from the cancer.
Wow. And by the time they found it was 180 days later?
180 days later, they figured out I had cancer.
And the pain was unbearable?
Oh, it was unbearable. It was the worst pain I've ever felt. But I look at life so much differently now, and I wouldn't have made it through without my family. And I'd met a man 7 years ago when I had gotten divorced, and he took really good care of me. He bathed me, fed me, dressed me, took me to every hospital. He, when they said it was $15,000 to airlift me to Mayo Clinic, he rented a car, oxygen machines, suction machine. I couldn't even swallow my own saliva without getting pneumonia or choking. And he drove me to the Mayo Clinic, and that's where they saved my life.
Mayo Clinic again. I
The
know
Mayo
lots of
Clinic.
people.
Wow.
I know lots of people that came out of there.
In Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Wow, that is an amazing story. And now you're 2 years cancer-free.
2 years cancer-free, yes.
That's incredible. Wow.
Yep.
And so how has it changed your outlook on life?
The stupid things that you get upset over, you don't get upset over anymore.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
You
That
know, when
deserves a
you're,
bell.
when you're mad at your kids or your significant other, or you really look at life differently. I look at my business differently. I look at my clients differently. I look at, what you do in life and what you give is how things return to you. So life's like a big circle.
And that's a new perspective for you.
Absolutely. I want to give. I want to make a difference. I believe God kept me here to make a difference in life,
Deliver the message. And
That's
here
right.
She sits.
to change people's lives.
Interesting.
Change people's lives for the better, right? Message received.
Yeah.
And so now, how are you doing that with some special sales for the car world?
Special sales. We have a lot of special sales. It's Labor Day. So I need all the help I can get.
All right, so what does, I have no idea, your car prices compared to the big box? I mean, if you go Mercedes, BMW, the standard, not your classic vintage cars.
Right.
Your run-of-the-mill.
We definitely are very competitive pricing, and we work with our customers. So, and we offer them financing. We're not going to, I try not to make points on them. I want our customers to come buy from us. I want referrals. I work off referrals.
Now, when you go into finance, you got to have decent credit.
Yes, unfortunately, the banks have really tightened up.
And they're going to run your credit score, and they're going to look at the best possible fit. Do you do that before? It sounds like you're buying a house. Do you do that before they tell you what car they want? Because the car that you're selling is not a new car, so you have more.
Absolutely. We try to talk to the customer, see what they're looking for, see what, is in their best interest, what's a good value for them for resale down the road. I don't want to just sell you a car and then you come back a year later and you're upset with me. I want you to come back a year later and still be good in that car and be happy and refer me. And that's, this is why I've been in business so long.
That's right.
It's amazing that you've had that dealership for so long and you've stuck with it. I mean, a woman-owned car business, let alone the exotic car business, not easy.
It's not.
But I would
it's
bet
tough.
your female clients that come in feel much more comfortable knowing that.
Absolutely. Yeah, they feel so much more comfortable coming in, and dealing with another woman.
Now, do you deal with other vendors and other businesses? You do the car dealership businesses. Do you have other interests at other vendors that do similar things, like what's the name of Mary's husband's shop?
Mastersons?
Like Mastersons and things of that nature. Do you deal with any companies that way at all?
What do you mean?
Well, he has a company where he sells car products to maintain
Cleaning products, right?
to maintain the beauty of your car.
Oh, you're saying products. No, we sell wheels, we sell radios, we do,
But
if
you
you want to
sell parts.
upgrade,
Okay.
you want to tint your windows. If you scuff your wheel, we get a lot of customers that go through the banks and they scuff their wheels and they come to me and I'm fixing them all the time.
Yeah, because if you're going to buy that type of car, you don't want to be like me and hit a curb and go, it's okay, I hit a curb.
Curbs are very common.
And if I'm looking to sell a vintage car, or I'm still looking to sell a car, coming to you, you'll help me find the best buyer?
Absolutely. Consignments is our biggest thing. Don't try to sell the car yourself. You don't want weird people coming to your house. You don't know who's coming to your house. Bring the car to us. We clean it. We detail it. We advertise all over the world. We spend thousands of dollars every month in advertisement. The best way to sell your car is to bring your car to us. That way we get full retail value for your car. Then you have tax credit. So you have a whole year for your tax credit to use when you want to ready to buy your next car.
Now, there's one of two ways you can go with this thing. I could sell you the car, or I could consign the car. Is that true? There's two different ways?
Absolutely.
And what does that mean?
Consigning is a better option for you.
For the
Because we
seller.
can get more money for your car that way.
It means you put it on and see who
If I
comes in
buy
to
it,
sell
I have to buy it wholesale, and that's really not fair to you.
Right.
Not fair in your tax credit, not fair to you and money in your pocket.
So you can sign it, someone else wants to come, give some time to buy it and look around instead of you just buying it out. And that's different than
Absolutely.
the other dealerships because they'll just buy it out and then they sell it for whatever they want to sell it for.
That's right.
And some of those dealerships make a lot of money when they resell the cars.
Absolutely.
I mean, thousands.
Change the tires and
Consignment has been a big business for me lately because a lot of people don't want people coming to their houses. And with
No.
COVID, they just don't want to deal with, the people coming in. And I'm able to get them more money for their car.
They can't
It makes
negotiate.
more sense.
They can't negotiate a car
No.
dealership deal like you
Right.
can. This is true. I know somebody who just went through this, but I didn't know you, and I thought he got a good deal until a friend of mine told him and me. He says, "Dummy, you gave it away. He had a low mileage
Yeah,
car."
if you just see, the thing is, you can go sell your car and get less right away. But if you give me 2 to 4 weeks with your car, I'll have it sold and you'll have more money in your pocket.
what has changed in car selling, leasing experiences in the past 2.5 years?
It's a big change. The market is, and I've noticed the market's starting to drop. For the last year, the market's been so ridiculous. It's been a huge, I'm sure the real estate. But things are starting to change. The book's starting to change, and things are starting to drop. So if you're going to sell your car, this is the time I suggest selling your car.
So
It's
car
like-
prices were high.
The car prices were super high, ridiculously high. And now they're starting to drop. So if you're going to sell your car, this is the time to sell.
It's funny, but if you didn't sell it then, right? Then you waited until the window went down. It's because normally it means you don't know how.
Right.
And you ain't got no smarter then than you are now. I'm just being honest. People make mistakes over and over again. Oh, the market is going to stay like this forever. No, it's not.
No.
Right?
The market's not going to stay like this forever, and it's starting to drop with cars.
So does that mean it's more affordable now to get into a nice car?
Yes, but then it also means you're not getting as much for your car when you're selling your car.
Well, if you can
And cars
afford-
are really hard to find.
Can't find them.
You can't find them.
Yeah, I got a phone call
They're
and an
very
email
difficult to find right now.
from my car company. We'd like to get you into a new car, and it's going to be this. I said,
Yeah,
"You
they
can
want
have
to
my
buy
car."
your car for hardly anything. Then they can't find you a car.
Right.
And when they do, they want to charge you an arm and a leg for it.
Right. I said, you
So-
called me. You want my car. You can have it, but my payment needs to be the same or less if you want it. Well, we can't do that.
Of
Then
course
you
they
can't
can't.
have my car. And so,
Right.
was not the most, and I remember this conversation
It just
with
kept
you.
going around and around.
And then I got another letter last week. It just doesn't make any sense why people think people would do that, but I don't know. But it
Right.
could be kind of sexy to get into a nice classic vintage
cars.
car.
That's you.
You know, you kind of
Doing
get to
down
that
the
point
I
in
highway.
can
life.
see you in a vintage car.
I
You
can
look
see you.
really
Kind of
sexy.
getting that point in life, a red classic vintage
Oh, the
sexy
haters
car.
will come out. You're going to need new haters because the old ones are going to turn
I'm
to
going to
fans.
still need the car I have for our equipment when we go on shoots. Then I can have another car just for fun.
Wow,
That's
I,
what- I
I
mean,
didn't see that coming.
That is always my advice.
See, that's
is
her advice.
Have a car you can drive every day. Who cares if someone dings or you curb rash your wheels? And then you have a beautiful vintage car or sports car in your garage for that weekend getaway. Look sexy, have fun.
You know, they used to say that about men in their 50s, in their mid-50s. They got that Corvette, right? That sexy car. Now I think for women, we kind of want that sexy change of life car.
There is
That should be our
worse.
next advertising campaign with you.
There is-
Yes.
Is for women that
there's no-
sexy midlife change of
Hey,
life
we
car.
love cars too. Women love cars.
Women love
There's
cars.
nothing more sexy than a woman driving a vintage car.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll sit in the back if you. I'll sit in the trunk.
But that was never the persona. That was never the perception on cars when
No,
they were
it's
advertised.
always been
it was always the
a
man
man,
getting
a man
the
driving
keys.
a.
I don't want to see a guy drive a car.
Except now there's a new James Bond-esque.
I don't care. I don't want to see him
And
either.
she's going to
Oh,
be
her.
in a sexy
Yes.
vintage
Sexy,
car,
yes.
right? So there's that change.
I could buy that car just to see if she comes with it.
But that's the difference. You know, it was always moms are driving the station wagons
Of
and the
course.
big cars. And even when their kids are grown, mom's still driving the mom car. And
Absolutely.
the guys are getting all these sexy cars.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna start a new trend. Women driving beautiful cars. It's
Beautiful,
better.
sexy
Why not?
cars.
I think it's a great.
We deserve it. We work hard.
We
We,
should make a
raise
women's-
children.
you have a women's club?
We
Do you have a
work.
car club?
We deserve to drive a sexy car.
I think it's a great ad campaign because all they need to do is see it and say, you know what, I want that. I can do that.
That's right. We can do it.
If
There's
you-
nothing we can't do.
It's all about buying right. You know, if you're gonna go to a dealer and he's gonna rip you off, it's gonna discourage you from doing anything. But if you go and you buy right and you buy the things that make sense, you never know where you can.
Right? Imagine the commercial where Darlene gives the keys to a woman and then a woman gets in the driver's seat of this sexy car and it's not the other way around.
It's pretty good.
Pretty
And
powerful, right?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's pretty
I
good.
love it.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I gotta tell you.
I left you speechless on
You
that
did.
one. You didn't see that one coming.
She didn't see it
I
coming.
gotta tell you, I used to sell trucks. I used to sell Iveco trucks and everything else, and there was nothing sexy about that. But the way things are working right now, you want. And this is for business reasons, for personal growth reasons, for
Just
movement
because
reasons.
you can reasons.
Oh, I don't like saying that, but yeah, that's true too.
You know, we talked this morning about I talked, right, I got married so young, I had kids so young, there was never this time to be single.
I was too. I was 19, 20.
And that was the generation we did, and our parents' generation did it even earlier. But now in this midlife, we get to do all these great empowerment things, run our own businesses, have companies, drive great cars, and you know what? It's time to bring it out.
Which is the car you always wanted to drive and were afraid to ask?
I always wanted a Porsche, what do they call it? Panamera, I think.
Panamera?
But
Those
it's
are
like the
beautiful.
sports car ones. And my kids used to always laugh. I said, one day I'm going to have that car. Yeah, and I'm driving my minivan. Right, Mom? But you know what? Now my kids are grown.
They're grown. You don't need a
Woman-owned
minivan
business,
anymore.
Working with a woman-owned exotic car business.
And
Why
I'm going to
not?
find you the right car for you.
There you go.
So you look sexy and feel good.
I can
Listen,
come here and I go.
What you feel good when you're driving in a car that makes you feel good
That's right.
and sexy.
And everybody knows.
Don't we deserve it? We all work so hard, whether it's a man or a woman. We work hard. We live life once. And you never know when your last day is. I've experienced this.
Right, you've learned it.
You
lived
need
it.
to enjoy life. Travel. Drive a beautiful car. Do what makes you happy.
I always wanted
Don't
to
get
drive.
upset over stupid things.
I always wanted to drive a Corvette. And everybody told me, no, it's the only car I've never driven. I've driven all of them. You name it, I've driven it. Except for the Corvette. And for some reason, she avoids me.
You have any Corvettes, Darlene?
I do. I do. Come on, Freddie.
And it's really strange because people used to make fun of, like they'll start labeling you, oh, you're having a midlife crisis. No, I've always, since I was 20, I wanted
See,
to
but
drive
it was
a
always
Corvette.
men having a midlife crisis. Not that women have it, but it's more, we get more empowered the older we get, the more
Right.
seasoned and mature, that we're empowered. It's not a crisis, it's just, I want what I want. What does it say? I want what I want?
Well, things have changed. They used to say women get older, men get more mature, some crap like that. I think
I
men
don't
just get
know if
older.
men ever really grow up.
Men
We
never
never.
grow up, right?
But that's our trademark. We're good at it.
But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
And listen, you were a grease monkey like your husband.
That's
That
right.
is so
I was a grease monkey.
Did you grow up down here?
I've been here since 1985.
Wow.
Since
that's
I was
amazing.
18.
Where'd you
So,
come from?
Michigan. I was a Michigan girl. Came here on spring break, never left.
That's amazing.
Fell in love with the weather.
Were you on the west side? Or the
What?
east coast or the west coast?
Oh,
Okay.
of Michigan?
No, when you came down,
Oh, when I came down, I came right to South Florida.
South Florida.
I mean, imagine opening the space for women that it's okay to get the car that you want. Because
It's more than okay.
But
We
it's more
deserve
than
it.
okay, but we haven't put that out there, right? It's not in the
No.
media norm yet.
Yeah.
We're going to cross those boundaries.
It's getting
now.
there, though.
We're gonna
I
cross
think
those
it's
boundaries.
We're getting
there.
there.
I think it's just women. I've never heard her talk like this in 7 years.
I love
She always
it.
came with is this your second car? No, that I know you with, or the third?
I don't know. Third.
And she gets a car, she comes. She doesn't say a word about the car. And this car, she's like 5'0", and the car is built for a person that's 6 feet. So I say to her, can you drive this thing?
I got this big car because when we go on shoots, it has the equipment, but it's got the power trunk and it's got the power doors. I get in and it's everything
How do
is
you
within.
reach to close the latch?
It's
You
got a
stand on
button.
a box?
It's got a button.
You reach the button?
I reach the button, but I can't pull it down, right? I'm all of 5'1". So you need a car that kind of works around you, and then it works for the job. But
That's
then
so
imagine having a fun car that you just go around on weekends with,
Everybody say, look, it's Dawn.
right? Well, why not? You know, we have to change the myth that it's okay for men and not okay for women. It's okay for everybody. So that's
It's everybody.
everybody should be enjoying life.
Everybody should enjoy life.
You have to start the woman clan, the woman car. What is that?
The Women Car Club?
Club, yeah. And for those of you listening in New York and New Jersey, when you come down, join the club. Come on down. And I remember when I used to come to Florida almost every other weekend, I used to rent Porsches and rooftops that came on. I used to rent it because I loved the weather down here. In New York, it was snowing 15 degrees, and I used to take advantage of the fact. So why not? You only live life once, so.
That's right. And we ship all over the world. So
You
if
do.
you're in New York and you need a car, we'll ship it to you.
Really?
You want to bring your car here for the season, we'll pick it up and bring it here for you.
Well, that's right around the corner.
does
Cece.
everything.
You want to
Everyone is
consign your
listening.
car and you live in New York, you live in California, we'll pick it up, bring it to our dealership. We have 10,000 square foot, all granite floors, beautiful hurricane windows. We'll put it inside, clean it. We take pictures, videos.
What's the phone number?
954-428-5636.
Do you have a favorite car that you've brought in during all these years that you just said, oh man, this is just a classic?
You know what? I don't have a favorite car.
You love them all.
I happen to drive the Range Rover every day. It seems to be my favorite car. I think the Ferrari is definitely, the 430 is one of my favorites. But I really don't have, the Dawn is beautiful too. The Rolls-Royce Dawn.
Yes.
I really don't have a favorite.
I almost bought a Rolls Royce.
I just like the feeling that I get when I sit in the seat of a sexy car. It makes me feel good.
You feel good about yourself.
When
Right.
someone comes in, do you look at them and say, they would be perfect for
Oh, yes.
this car?
A Volkswagen.
When you walk in, I could put you right in a car, and I know it's going
You
to make
know exactly the fit.
I'm going to know your fit, your car. Yeah, that makes you feel good.
And that's what makes you unique, because you've got a variety of cars. And you
Right.
know, you learn the personality of your client, what works for them.
That's the most
The feel
important.
you get and what they're going to love. Not what they're going to like today and hate tomorrow, but really what's going to make them love getting in their car every day.
Right. And when a customer comes in, I like to have a conversation with the customer. I don't like to just push you into a car. That's not for me. I like to talk to you. I like to know about your family, your kids, what's your hobbies, what you like to do, where you like to travel. Because to me, it's important that I can't put you in the right car if I don't know your lifestyle and what makes you happy. So it's very important to me to get to know my customers. And all of my customers become family to me. They
And-
can call me anytime.
And people, when people go to the dealership, are they going to be given to someone else, or do they talk directly to you? Do
They can
have to-
talk directly to me,
Make
or
an
they can
appointment?
talk to my general manager, Paul, who's been with me for 15 years. And he's like family to me. He's my right-hand person. So there's, they're not going to just go off to some salesman.
And now that you've thankfully recovered from cancer, you're cancer-free, do you look back on it and say, all right, now I know I've got a greater calling?
Absolutely. God, I prayed to God and said, if you have a purpose for me, please keep me. And I was in so much pain. If you don't have a purpose, please take me. And he kept me here.
Wow.
And I believe it's for a reason. Whether I change someone's life or someone's diagnosed because of me, I don't know. But I'm going to do and make the best of it and change. I want to make the best of what I have left.
Well, you're a beacon of hope for people that they're going through tough times. And right now is one of the toughest times in the history of this country, just without disease. With disease, it gets even worse. It's just really hard right now.
COVID really hit the car business. For 8 months to a year, my phone didn't even ring one time. So battling cancer, phone not ringing, it was really tough.
You've had a
But-
rough couple of years.
Yes, it's been a
But
rough.
here you are now.
Do you ever get the chance to share your story, not the story of the car business, because that's the physical world of what people are going to see, but the emotional and spiritual side of your journey of going through cancer and what it was like, and empowering women to fight for what you know is right or wrong with your body?
I haven't had a chance to share it because I have been battling the last couple of years. I would love to share it. I would love to help women, anyone with cancer for that matter. It was the most difficult thing I've ever gone through, and I don't wish it upon anyone. The pain was so severe, and I'm still not 100%. I still have problems with I've been through 5 surgeries with my vocal cords. I have 1 kidney, and they won't put me on a kidney transplant list because I have cancer. And, so I'm still going through a lot of medical things, but I'm fighting every day, and I'm not giving up. And I believe God kept me here, so for a reason. And whatever that reason is, I'm here to deliver the message.
Well, sis says, now that's a radio voice, sexy radio voice. They say you have a sexy radio voice, don't touch it.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
I get people are like, are you sick? I'm like, no. They're like, oh, were you out all night long? I'm like, I wish.
But imagine your story helping one person or one woman who knows. I had a very dear friend of mine passed away from ovarian cancer. And she didn't know until it was too late, and she tried everything, and she was a fighter through and through. And it's the silent killer.
It is a silent killer. And it's unfortunate the insurance companies won't, like a mammogram they give you every year, the insurance companies will not pay for the test that you need to find out if you have ovarian cancer.
Which makes no sense.
It makes no sense. It's
And
a
it's
blood test and an ultrasound, and the insurance companies will not cover it. It's a shame.
You know, it gets you to the point where, again, it's this, and it's not even the haves and the have-nots. If someone had said to you, we should run this test, you would have said, okay, run the test.
Exactly.
It wouldn't have been, you know, even a question of the finances of what that is.
Exactly.
Sometimes the insurance companies just rule the world, but we would love to be able to give you the opportunity to share that story and to help one family, because it's not just a woman, it's going to be the whole family.
Absolutely. It's
and
not
share
just
that story.
It's
Wow.
a whole family.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Check it out.
Thank you for having me.
Cars, Darlene Diak, 954-428-5636. Give her a call. Have some fun. Get out there and live life, because as Kenny Love always says, you never know.
You never know.
And it doesn't matter where you're at. If you listen to the program, give her a call. She'll work in every state in the union.
Yes.
If you're coming down to Florida, you definitely want to go check it out.
Please come see the dealership. It's beautiful.
I think we should go and do a
Test drive.
test drive, but I like to go. I like
Sounds
to go.
good.
10,000 square feet,
Amazing.
and you got beautiful floors. That means there are beautiful cars there.
Yes.
Guys love their cars. But guys love their cars when there's a good-looking woman driving it.
See,
That's
just
all I
like
got
we
to
said
say.
this morning. All right.
True.
WGHT, thank you for having us. Everyone who's watching the show, stay tuned. On the other side of this commercial break, more to come on the Brooklyn Cafe Midday Show. We'll be right back.
When it comes to investigative services, you can't settle for inattentive or irresponsible services. PI Network of Florida is a firm that you can rely on for actionable insight for personal or professional matters. From surveillance and insurance claims to background checks and identity theft, the investigative services are extensive. With over 30 years experience and 2 decades of serving the community, PI Network of Florida is trustworthy and reliable. Call today at 786-768-4394. Trust your gut. Trust PI Network of Florida.
Amy Rashevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Rashevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyrashevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyrashevsky@gmail.com. That's amyrashevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
If your family is suffering from inflation and high costs caused by Lois Franco's reckless policies, Republican Dan Franzese is clearly your best choice for Congress. Dan is a successful businessman who understands finance and economics. He's not a politician. Dan grew up blue collar and knows how tough inflation is on working families. Dan Franzese will go to Washington and fight the liberals who are killing us with inflation. Dan Franzese for Congress.
I'm Dan Franzese, and I approve this message.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Story.
It's been a week.
I know, yesterday and today. You realize, see, it's more and more of what we get to do. When you go home at night and Linda says, how was your day? You can't, it's like a HIPAA. What happens here between commercial breaks, it's not our story to tell.
I say it's
and
the same as everything.
It was a day.
Yeah.
But only you know, and we know what happens here and the stories and the feelings and all the things that happen. It's not just what people see on TV or you hear on radio. These stories of life that happen here.
It ain't a joke, as they say.
Right? And I always cringe when Kenny Love says, I could pass today, I could pass tomorrow, because you don't want to hear that.
But it happens.
But it happens. And, I'm like that flamingo, you bury your head. Well, you always say bury your head and something else sticks up.
It's true.
But you don't want to hear those things until you see these stories of resilience.
Well, the difference is that Darlene is brave enough to come and share the story. That's the first problem, that you can come out and actually talk about it. Without breaking down and talking about it and encouraging other people. If it's just a blood work
test and an ultrasound.
And I mean, you can go and ask for that, no? You tell doctor, this is what I want you to do. I want you to test and do it once a year. Can't you do that?
Yeah, you would just pay for it, and I don't understand. I'm thinking I can't remember the last time I had an ovarian ultrasound.
That's crazy.
No idea, but you go for, they've even changed pap smears and all of that to they don't even do it every year now, but mammogram, ultrasound, and then they tell you your insurance company covers it, and then you get a bill for a lot of money for the radiologist to read it. But you got to do it because heaven forbid you don't do it, you're on the back end of this paddleboarding.
I don't understand why they wouldn't cover it.
They'll cover the exam, but then they don't cover the
but
radiology
it's preventive.
fee.
Don't they have this thing about preventive?
And any woman can actually self-order her own mammogram. You can walk in and say, I want a mammogram. But you can't self-order your own ultrasound. You still need it to be read by a radiologist and all the things that you need to have done.
So you can order the test and you got to pay for somebody to read it.
But not an ovarian ultrasound. You can't prescribe your own. The only thing that you can go in as a woman and ask for is your own mammogram.
No, I'm talking about the other one.
The ovarian ultrasound, no, it has to be done, because it has to be done, yeah. No.
So I can't say, I want you to check my ovaries?
You don't have ovaries, so that would be a
You
no.
know what I mean. You can't do that?
No. Well, I guess you could go to the doctor and say, I'm uncomfortable. Hello, Tracy of Connections with Tracy Latome.
Tracy, I need an ovarian radiologist reader.
She's going to be here tomorrow, actually, with a new artist I'm really excited about.
I saw you guys training text yesterday. What was that all about?
Remember that artist?
No.
Do I let it out of the box?
No, I don't.
We did a show up at the other studio we had in Delray with another artist that did not house their work there. He had that car that was covered. He had a wrapped car.
I don't remember this.
And we did a show every week. He came in with a big backdrop, and he was very colorful and very fun and very artistic.
He was a somebody.
Lawrence Cartel, and he is doing a show up in West Palm Beach on Saturday night. So the timing is perfectly serendipitous. He's going to be here tomorrow. Tracy's going to be coming in. We're going to talk to him about his show. We actually interviewed the owner of the gallery, I want to say last year, up in West Palm Beach, when he had a different showing up there.
Which gallery?
It's something box. I got to look at the text. I can look at Lawrence's
So he's coming
information.
down to be interviewed. Is that what we're doing?
Yes, which is pretty exciting. So he's going to be here tomorrow, which is very exciting. And she said a sexy radio voice. I'm going to pull up Lawrence's.
I saw the text and I was wondering.
Blitz in Palm Beach. It is Lawrence Cartel at the Box Gallery. I knew it was something box. It's the Box Gallery in Palm Beach. And that is this Saturday, September 3rd at 7 p.m., all the way through October.
Very cool.
But it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So Tracy will be here tomorrow with Lawrence, and we haven't seen him in years.
I know.
It's got to be
been
4
at least
years.
4 years.
Yeah, since we were up there.
I remember that night was packed. He was, I think, to somebody. Still somebody.
A whole lot of fun. You know, the journeys that we take, you never know who you're going to meet where, and that is why she's Connections with Tracy.
Yes, Tracy does a lot of good stuff. Did you see that Unicorn today is in Meisner?
That's where their new location is, I believe.
They're doing a family day today. That's
really?
why she didn't call us back. She's involved with that today.
Oh, okay. Very exciting.
At Meisner Park. Go check it out.
A lot of good things. So tomorrow, we have a busy day here at the cafe. We'll just wrap up the show from last week, next week. We got music here tomorrow night. We've got Rio. We've got the J.C. Dreesen show. We're picking a decade for everyone to be getting dressed as. So we're going to go out and go some thrifting.
Is that open to the general public?
I think we should open it to the general public.
So tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, come on down, watch JC sing and entertain. And then at 7:30, we're going to be doing the Cafe Night Train, which is a sister to Soul Train.
Which is always a treat.
Which is sister to American Bandstand. It's one of those music things where somebody's singing and a lot of energy of dancing in the studio, which I always wanted to do but was afraid to ask.
So it's going to be fun. So check that out. I think we're doing a decades theme. We just don't know what decade we're going to be doing, but that's going to be fun.
You know what
well.
else is tomorrow? Movie Wars.
We got a lot of things tomorrow.
Movie Wars is on. Jay Harmon is coming down to take on our two champions.
Ah.
And Jay says, I'm taking no prisoners. The only thing is, I thought they had somebody else to hook Jay up with. They asked me to do it. I'm not doing it because I want Jay to win. And Freddie will instantly...
Well, Jay with a partner. It would be you and Jay against...
No,
you should do
I
it.
stink.
Yeah, you're not so good at it.
Wow. Wow.
It would be you and Jay
I can say
against Dan and...
No, not me.
Josh.
I'm not good. I need somebody who's good at the game.
Jay's good at the game.
I need
so
somebody
together
else.
you guys might be a good pair.
Don't we have a meeting today with the artist?
Yes.
He's good with movies.
Is he?
I got a challenge for them.
You're going to do the
I'm
artist?
going to throw my old the artist versus the boys.
That'll be nice.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I think he's coming in a few minutes.
And they're going to take it seriously because losers have to wash the winners' cars and wax it.
You know, you got to have some fun, but we've got a full day here tomorrow. We've got a special edition of Sally Bernard Show. Also, that's going to be a Labor Day special edition. So if you are in the area, you've got questions for Call Me Zena, we're going to give out the number and put that out because I have to tell you, Monday's show was spectacular.
And people, if you have questions, like the people that Monday called in and did their thing, come on down and check it out. It's unbelievable. But this is a taping tomorrow, correct? So you got to come into studio to ask the questions.
We could call also. We just got to give you out the information. But yeah, that's going to be airing on Monday on Labor Day. And then we've got some other shows we're going to be filming. Plus, we've got editor's desk tomorrow.
Well, what time is Sally's taping?
2:30.
2:30, and the phone number is?
888-994-4995.
Studio A, if you want to do it that way. Or you come on down. Movie Wars is at 11?
Movie Wars is at 11.
What else you got?
We've got Sally. We've got the Political Power Hour tomorrow. We've got Editor's Desk. We've got Art with Gina Bella.
Oh, Gina's coming in.
We've got J.C. Dreesen, and we've got Rio.
I got to tell you, if you want to spend an afternoon at the
If
theater.
you want to spend a nice day here tomorrow, we got shows for you from 9:30 with Cafe Morning Show all the way up until 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
You better have a lot of hands. You better feed them kids.
We're going to feed them. We're going to come up with a schedule because
it's a lot of work.
I know there are 6 other days in the week, but we seem to pack it all in on Thursdays.
Not we. It wasn't we. I didn't even know that was happening.
I know. It kind of just evolved. Anyway, let's wrap this up because we've got some thrifting to do. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.